Hello my baby beans, welcome back to a new video. Before we get into today's video, I am almost done with the Haikyuu series, which means we will be beginning with my Hanahaki series, and I'm so excited for that. But without further ado, let's get into one of the last episodes of the Haikyuu series. The beginning of something. Ryan walked to school alone this time, without Lev. She wasn't in the mood for seeing him. She was still hurt and kind of mad from a few days ago when she had heard that he said he wasn't in love with her. I thought he liked me, she thought as she walked through the school gates and walked in the direction of the school gym. Then she saw Akiko in the distance. Better take the long way so she doesn't catch me, Ryan thought. Ryan hasn't had any meetings with Akiko recently, and she doesn't intend to. Hey, Ryan, what you doing? A familiar voice said. Shit. Ryan silently cursed to herself. She turned around. Hi, Ryan said in a monotone voice. Aw, not happy to see me. That hurts my feelings. Akiko smirked. Listen here, I have club activities to attend to, so if you don't mind, you said, turning away. Aw, I was hoping we could talk. We haven't seen each other in a while, Akiko said, grabbing Ryan's shoulder and spinning her around. Let's have some fun, shall we, Ryan? Akiko said in her evil little grin. I don't think Ryan has any time on her schedule for little bitches, someone said. She doesn't. And where did the little bitches come from? Akiko said, refusing to turn around to look at the person. He grabbed her shoulder and shoved her back, away from Ryan. She doesn't, Lev said in a blunt voice, standing in front of Ryan. You don't have much respect for women, Akiko said, frowning at the boy, rubbing her shoulder. I do, just not for women like you. Now if you'll excuse us, he said, taking Ryan's hand and dragging her away. Lev interrupted her. Next time, you wait for me, okay? Or she'll come at you again. Ryan just sighed. She'll probably find a way to get at you now, Ryan said, looking worriedly at the boy. You're more important, he said. Ryan felt herself go 1,000 shades of red. Lev! Plus, I'm too good looking for her to bully me, he smirked. You're such a dumbass, Ryan said. They arrived at the gym, where Ryan unlocked the doors and the two began setting up the nets. As they were setting up, Lev said, You know, I miss those one-on-one lessons since I practice with the team now. They were fun. I guess they were. It's what made us such good friends, Ryan smiled. Jeez, I guess I can't stay mad at him forever, Ryan thought to herself. Friends, huh? Lev thought to himself, still regretting a few days ago. They could have been right there, right then, but not as friends, but more. He was still really upset, but was glad that Ryan was back to her usual self. The rest of the team arrived as they had their practice. The day went on. The sun was shining, birds were chirping, and the sakura trees were blooming. Ryan sat with her friends happily laughing throughout lunch. Lev, on the other hand, told his friends how he messed up that day. They still weren't very supportive on how he was crushing on the Queen of the Court, which he has always argued against, saying she's changed, but one thing really got to him. Still, we don't understand why you're in love with the Queen of the Court. Plus, why don't you go for someone who's nicer, like that Akiko girl in Class 1B? One of his friends said. Lev simply looked at them in disgust. Do you have any idea how much of a shit Akiko is? Lev said angrily. Even if she is, she's probably better than YN, they said. Lev stood up, slamming his hands on the lunch table and pointed a finger at his friends. You don't know her. Look, I'm in love with her. Get over it. You don't know what she likes. You don't know what she's like. You have no fucking idea, Lev said furiously. Whoa, Lev, calm down there, another one of his friends said. No, he shouted, causing a few people to look at him. You can't go talking about her not knowing the full story. I'm done with you guys. Lev snatched up his lunchbox and walked away, leaving his friends, who were snickering. Ryan was sitting with her friends, happily talking, when she saw a certain silver-haired boy walking towards them, looking awfully sad. Huh? Lev, what's wrong? Ryan said, standing up. It's okay Is it okay if I sit with you and your friends? Yes. Absolutely, Ryan said, sitting back down and shuffling over to make room for Lev to sit beside her. So, Lev, what's wrong? So, Ryan, is this your boyfriend? Sakura interrupted, with a devilish smirk upon her face. What? No! Ryan said quite loudly. Lev was kinda hurt by that. Damn, does he love her. At least properly introduce yourself before going to ask questions, Kiki said, and turned to Lev. I'm Saikia Kiki. Nice to meet you, Kiki said, holding out her hand. Hi, Lev said, shaking her hand. Sasuke Sakura said, holding out her hand. Nice to meet you, Lev said, shaking her hand. So, why are you looking so down? Ryan asked the boy. It's hard to explain, Lev said. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, Kiki said. No, it's just... He turned to Ryan. My so-called friends were calling you the Queen of the Court and everything, so I kind of got into an argument, Lev said, looking worriedly at YN. He didn't have to do that, you know. But thank you for sticking up for me, YN said, patting his shoulder. I'm never washing this jacket again, Lev thought to himself. Lovebirds, Sakura muttered. Shut up, YN said, throwing a book at her head. Time skip to the end of afternoon volleyball practice. The team packed up the gym and were now having a little team chat about random things. Somehow they had moved on to the topic about YN, about how kawaii she was, her rare but beautiful smile. Lev was smiling to himself, listening to all the things about YN. He could listen for hours. Oi, Lev, you're smiling and blushing, Yaku pointed out and smirked. A smirk fell upon his face. Lev likes YN, he sung loudly. What? Lev was blushing 1,000 shades of red. He looked like a tomato. You're blushing so hard. You do like her, Yamamoto howled. Guys! Lev was getting extremely flustered. He's in love with my sister, the older Kuru howled. hollered out, "Yep, he's in love," Kenma said. "Kenma, you too," Lev said in shock. Eventually, the teasing died down and Lev looked to YN, who had a devilish grin. She giggled. "I'm gonna get him back for that day. He's gonna be embarrassed as fuck," you thought. "You wanna hug me? You wanna kiss me?" Wyatt started singing out while bouncing around Lev, who was shocked and flustered at the girl's actions. "You want to love me?" She was interrupted. And that was, I think, episode 9 of The Captain's Little Sister. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will post the final episode after this. I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.